on the cynical, selfish viewpoint.
Right.
And the common viewpoint is let's just help spread this and make it happen. So, but that's where he's coming from.
Yeah.
And I'm happy with this. Go for it. This is my motivation to it. Mm-hmm. The more people that do this, the more people that involved in this, the better.
I would really like to get to a point where I could teach people, because there are a lot of people I think that would like to do it, but they're just intimidated by all of the, all of the nuances and a lot of people don't want to just make mistakes. They want to.
Well, that's the wrong approach, and we've talked about this many times. Don't worry about it at all. Just go, just try something. This is one part of the problem by having me existing here doing this is in my sort of example. I've sort of set the bar so high.
But that's
people
good.
Look at this and think, oh my God, I'll never be able to do that, or it's intimidating, So it's both. My examples are both good and they're positive.
A blessing and a curse,
yes. And I never had that example. Mm-hmm. There was nobody doing this, so I had nothing to say, oh my God, I'll never be able to do that.
Yeah.
That didn't exist. So.
Well, I think a lot of people don't realize that this stuff they still, when you call it a wood block carving, it just doesn't even register. And then when I take them down to where I, carve and everything, and I show them, they're like, I had no idea.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is what Twitch has brought to the table that wasn't apparent from YouTube. I know. The YouTube videos, they're programs, like a TV program, whatever you watch it, it's gone. But the Twitch thing, it's so live and it's so realistic. You can see wood chips flying, you can see, the blood on the block and whatever. Mm-hmm. No blood on the block today, I hope. We're up and running? Yes, it's Cal back. This is Cal Carlisle from
Cleveland, Ohio.
And somebody's going to now type, Go Browns. He's here this morning. He's what he's done, and those of you who saw Cal last week, he brought a deck of paper with him. What, half a dozen sheets of paper, so whatever. He's different kinds of washi he has sourced from different places all over. He wants one to try it in our workshop and to have our feedback on what it's like and stuff. So he left this with me last week, and last night before I went to bed, I moistened it. I put it inside a deck. Hey, Go Browns. You guys are so predictable, like I'm not, Anyway, point being, so he's going to do paper tests upstairs. The unfortunate side of this is I'm faced with a schedule this afternoon, but it's the busiest schedule we've ever had in a print party so far. We normally run 3 a day on the open schedule. Sometimes people ask us, can we do a session earlier or later? And at different points, me or different staff have said, oh, okay. And this is the day with most things. And they've all filled up. And normally we do 4. Sometimes it's 5 when it's a full family or something like this. This family requested 6. So the first party at 10 o'clock is 6 people, then 5 at 11:30, then 4 at 1 o'clock and 2:30 and 4 out with the rest of the day. So point being, I ain't going to help this guy with his paper all today. He's always on. Who's in the staff today? Oh, I forgot to take the paper out this morning. You have a job to do, sir.
Okay.
You know where the freezer is, where the paper is. Mm-hmm. Today it's going to be Suga-san and Lei-chan. Can you read katakana, Lei?
I can. I can.
Can I trust this guy to go upstairs to the 3rd floor and take this paper out of the freezer?
Sue looks.
Well, Suga's right. She writes it in English. S-U-G-A.
She does. Okay.
And it'll be a pack about that thick. Mm-hmm. Lei-chan's pack is much thinner, and she writes in katakana.
Okay. Oh, I don't know katakana. I know hiragana.
Piece of paper.
I haven't got that part. I promise the next time I come, Dave,
piece of scrap.
I'm going to be armed with some serious Japanese language.
If you look for that category, that's the easy. That's the E right there. There's a 2 category with it. You'll see this. Okay. A thin piece of paper. It could be the top section of the freezer or the bottom section of the freezer. Take those 2 packs out, put them on the counter beside that, and save my life.
All right. Done deal. Put me to work.
Put you to work. Talk about a gopher job.
Oh, I go outside, right?
Yeah, it's upstairs on the 3rd floor. I've got mine. Yeah, there we go. E. Too late for him now, but it takes me a minute to get it figured out. I don't know right now whether to laugh or to cry. I got to bed last night about 4 o'clock or something. I don't know. It's just so much fun. So much fun. yesterday again, we broke records. The most expensive print in the shop left here last night around 7:30 at night. People are loving the stuff. People are having fun. But oh my God. Anyway, try and get some work done here because my deadline for this thing is approaching minute by minute. You might hear some noises in the background, some people talking. My daughter's here with her husband, my son-in-law. They came in last night. They're going to be here off and on for a couple of weeks, in and out, and we'll have them as guests here one day. It's not fair to them right now. They just came in last night, so they're all jet-lagged and beaten up and don't have their sea legs yet. But once, in a few days from now, maybe tomorrow, a few days, I'll post them. We'll have a little interview. My daughter's not a printmaker, of course, nothing to do with this work at all, but you can post her some questions and see. Look at this email coming in. Do you have space for today? Excuse me a minute while I do a quick answer to this. Do I have space for today? Excuse me while I wipe a tear. 64421. Okay, the 4 o'clock session still has room for one person. So, excuse me a second while I type an email here. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Done. Out. You're talking about the microwave. The microwave happened Monday. It's not going to be on the decks today because there's no way we can do the microwave print under the circumstances for today. But we did it. We ran it, the microwave print. We had 5 bookings Monday. 2 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon. And we used the microwave for the first 2. And then we had to get rid of it. We had to put it aside because it worked. Not negative. It worked and it will be in service at some point. But my God, it was difficult. It was a ton of fun. They had a ton of fun. We had a ton of fun. They got good results.
This is it right there?
No, that's each cow sign. I think just as you were
There's one
leaving.
more.
I know. I had a mental
Was it the
block.
legendary loot?
Nope. Here, this is day.
All right.
That's a day. Looks like a sort of L with a little bent out
okay.
hook, and E is a thing like that. Here, that's day.
All right.
Really sorry about this, Cal. Excuse me.
No problem.
Thanks for this. I forget what you're asking me. Yeah, the wave. I don't have their samples here, but it did it. It worked. We got through it, and we will. I've seen that we will be able to make this happen. But downside. It takes way, and I mean way longer than the normal one. And they had a 1 hour booked, and we had people coming. Like they booked at 10. We had people coming at 11:30, and we bumped in. We went 10 to 11:30, and the next group had to even wait while the first group was just cleaning up. 5 blocks, 2 gradations. It takes way too long. The 4 people who did it in the first 10 o'clock party, whatever, some of them might be listening, I don't know, whatever. We had trouble having them keep the brushes in the proper place for the gradations. We've written lines on the block A, B, we've written lines on the brush A, B, and there were people who could follow that instruction. And there were people who said, okay, I get it, okay, and then bang, put the brush down in a totally different place. So that's going to be the one that's going to perhaps torpedo this thing. Having people do the gradations where the brush has to stay in the same place on the block. And I really, plan B is like to make a wooden mask that fits down where the brush physically can't touch anywhere else. But I don't want to go that far. I mean, if you treat people like babies and hold their hands, there's no point to this whole thing. So in short answer, we did it. It worked. The people were super happy, deliriously happy. We were exhausted at the end of the 2 sessions. All 3 staff had to work totally. Look, check, look, check. We can't stand there and chat and guide. We had to hover. And that's why the staff said, look, Dave, let's put this away, because we had to put it away, because we couldn't do 5 parties with it.
Done deal.
Done deal, man says. Good.
You want to put this over here?
Whatever, thank you very much. You saved my life there, sir. Thank you, thank you. And every time somebody's asking me what happened with the microwave on Monday, because it was it Monday? What day is today? Yeah. The microwave went into service Monday. Yeah. The
What? I knew nothing of this.
No, you're not in the loop here, sorry.
Wow. Miss a day, you miss everything.
No, it's been coming, and I've just been, not procrastinating, because there's been a reason I've been delayed, because it's been really difficult to put it in. But finally, there was a party booked for Monday. One of the people who's been watching Twitch, a regular guy who's been doing this. Okay. And about a month or so back, he said, Dave, when is this going to really happen? I said, well, I'm not quite. He said, look, I'm coming a month from now. Can I do the microwave? He said, oh yeah, a month from now it will be up and ready. And I said that a month ago. And a month from now was Monday. So he wrote me an email like before, you're ready, right? Because you made agree, you told me a month ago that I'd be able to do this.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've been procrastinating about this. So I did it. Sunday night I got the paper ready, I cleared the bench, and we opened it up Monday morning. We had to test this at some point that he was...
Dave, I'm coming back. I'm coming back Friday, Dave.
You haven't heard the rest of the story, how this worked or how this didn't work. I was just telling him. We had 5 parties, at 10, an 11:30, a 1, a 2:30, and a 4. And we did the microwave for the first 2 parties. And then the staff said, Dave, we can't keep this up. We can't keep it up. And we couldn't, because we had worked, all 3 staff worked every single minute of every single print party. Oh, don't touch, do this. We had to vividly, actively steer and guide and talk.
Yeah.
I didn't get lunch. We just went right through, bang, 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 bang. And we did it, and we pulled it off, and we got it. The prints were okay, but the 3 of us had just fell on our backs. So we had to put that away for a while, go back to a normal print party so we could do the rest of the afternoon with our normal level of intensity.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we're going to be able to do it, but we can't do it for every party all the time, every day. Other thing, I was just telling them just now, it's a 60-minute party. This took over 90 minutes, and the next people had to wait.
The Mokohankan experience.
It was fabulous, it was intense, and we came up with another bunch of problems, and I thought I had worked this out where people would be able to know where to put the brushes for the gradations and stuff. And in those people, the 4 and the 5 who did that, a few of them actually did manage to do that. Most of them couldn't understand the system as I had built it. There's lines on the block, A, B, line on the brush, A, B, just match them. It wasn't understandable to people.
Interesting.
I was thinking that was dead simple. It wasn't dead simple. They just picked the brush up and bang, went, oh Jesus, the black is now up at the top of the finish.
Yeah.
Wash.
We got a situation. Mm-hmm.
So I still have to figure out how to do that.
I like the idea of if they do the simple print party and they want to come back.
Yeah, that was one of our ideas. Honestly speaking, of the people who come here to do print parties,
right?
Most people are just here to do it once and go. Not many people.
And that's fine. But there are the hardcore people that are going to be like, I'd love to make that. And what you could do is they could do the first print party, the simple one, the one that you've been doing.
This conversation you took, because these guys are conversing about this too. So so you can see how the conversation is going.
You could say, all right, I have a video for you to watch before you come back.
Well, what you're talking about really is a printmaking school, of course, and we really have done everything we can to stay away from that. To think we're not here to teach printmaking, we're not here to be a printmaking school, So I get what you're saying, but that's I'm not sure if that's a level of things that I don't want to.
I mean, at least it would take out the in-shop explanations, or at least you could show them the pitfalls of, what would happen if you weren't paying attention.
Are there other ideas or whatever going on?
I'm looking here.
Also, I haven't copied that thing yet, so click into it and copy that.
Command C.
Click into the stream. I still haven't got it. Just click into the stream summary. Command A brings up the...
Command A.
Yeah, and then Command C to copy it. You just do that once every 5 minutes.
Okay. So now the microwave is back on the back burner?
Well, no, today, with today's insane schedule, there's no way I can do that with this schedule. It's not possible. So we're not throwing it away. We want to do it. We want to get it into service. We just have to figure out under what terms and conditions. It'll be a 90-minute party.
Yeah.
It's got to be a 90-minute party. And I can't do them back to back to back to back.
Right,
it's
right.
just too exhausting. And then I've got to figure out a better way to make the people understand how to do gradations. So I haven't binned it. I haven't killed it. It's still, the blocks are still sitting right there on the bench. But and at the moment, what is it? Friday, I think. There's only one reservation, so we might pull it back up Friday and give it another try.
Well, if you do, I'm coming in.
I can't do it today with the insane schedule we've got today. And we had a ton of fun. It was really good, and the results were so good.
Were they?
So nice. You know. Now the ones I made, I think the bottom of the pile right there. I think that I just stuck them at the very bottom. No, oh no, hang on, it's here. No, they're there somewhere. I don't know. In this, I don't know where it is. I'm sorry. The ones I made are in that deck somewhere near the bottom. Maybe they're in a clear plastic file. No, I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know. Oh, I know where they are. I moved them. The microwave blocks are on the print party bench at the left. It's a clear plastic file stuck in right behind the block. Sorry. Look at this guy's running around this morning all over the place. Now I can't see the chap. You know, get Clara with her first. This is the son-in-law Craig with Clara Chan. They can't bring her too close to me yet because she's still not too good with strangers. So I'll get my chance with her later today, I guess. Who knows? Who's there? Yeah. Oh, that was the Soka. That's the no.
The wrong one.
That's the set of color. It's not there. I'm sorry, Cal. I don't know where I put it.
Let me see if there's anything else over there.
It was one of these files with some finished copies of the Great
Put it
Lake
back.
Sorry to be so skimpy here. What do I do with that thing?
You want to talk about it? I know exactly where it is. What? People say go there. A couple
What did I do with those things? Oh, sure they were
Here
here.
we go, Dave.
You got him. Good.
Those look good.
Oh, why not show the game?
Pretty sweet looking.
Oh,
There she is.
what time is it?
What time is it? There's our girl.
That's her second train. There's one of two trains she gets. So
8:18.
She's out of here at 8:08 or 8:17. That was her. All right. It was our chance.
I saw it.
Did you see her feet?
Yeah, I did. There we go. That's really cool looking. I'm coming back Friday for this.
Well, that's not a date yet. Let me think about the schedule and see what's going on. So, but yeah, we're game to try another round too. You know.
Oh, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. All right, so let me catch up on what would you do when people show up for the party who haven't watched the required?
So this is feedback to the idea you were
because
talking
it will
about.
happen sooner rather than later. Yeah,
it'll happen every day. It'll happen every day,
Yeah.
of course.
I think you might be onto something with the 201 level print party for those who have already done a print party, but that may still be hard to differentiate when booking. So Dave's staff can prep for the proper
No,
level.
I can run a booking form that has, have you been here before? If so, blah, blah, blah. But my problem is there's still so few people who've been here before. Most people are traveling in Japan. I mean, you know, not everybody is nuts and comes back here every year. So it would mean that just would become a special item print party that only happens, you know, once a month or something. Because there are not that many repeaters here yet. You know. Remember the people we're talking to here on the stream and these are fans and stuff. Most people are just generic visitors, of course.
Oh, they don't want me to tell them what she looked like. They enjoy the mystery.
Okay. Well, the shutter's quite open.
I saw her. I saw her.
Soka. I've never seen anything but her feet. Look at that. So Cal's the man. Here
I'm the
he
man.
goes. All right. On Tuesdays, where I'm sort of free to go out, I could hang out. But I've avoided doing that, because how far do you push this thing before it becomes stalking, So
Stranger danger.
yeah, that's right. Really. So it's all nice to joke about this, but should I on Tuesday follow her to see where her office goes? No, thank you.
What was funny was when you were talking about the people, and you said it was early in the morning, and you could hear them on the street, and the guy was like, "Yeah, this is that place with the guy."
So. From the window upstairs. So. Nothing hostile.
I would have popped my head out the window and said, "You talking about me? What the?"
I hope it wasn't anything hostile. I mean, the guy was friendly.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the place. This is the place with that guy. Yes.
The meaning of life and what the shoe lady looks like. Mysteries of the universe. Except for Cal.
So what are you going to be printing today on that paper that you prepared?
I'm going to do that tiger thing.
Oh, the block you showed us. Yeah.
Mm-hmm,
So it's two, the inside and the outside.
Yeah,
Tiger
yeah.
block
I mean,
and surrounding area. Okay.
it's probably not going to be pretty, but I just want to get the
Feeling for the
tactile
paper. Yes. I get
feel of everything, the moisture of the paper, kind of all of that stuff. That's what I'm mainly concerned with.
I'm not sure what they're doing. Suga-san, I think, is finishing up that. I don't know.
Oh,
Times burn bright. Mm-hmm. And she's transitioning to the next one. She's got the paper for the next one already. So she may be just in the right position, getting some paper wet for herself. So
that'd be great to watch, yeah.
And when she comes, I'll ask her, show Cal where to get a couple of brushes, get some pigments. You need what? Basically 2 brushes and 2 pigments, right?
Yep,
It's a background.
exactly.
Okay.
Black and red.
Maybe leave it here for now.
Cal, you're on chat duty. Please relay chat to Dave, please.
Yeah,
okay, so let's see here.
Do your job, in other words.
I think Dave was half naked when he heard the guy outside talk about Mokuhankan. That could be. I wasn't here.
Well, I wouldn't interfere anyway, of course. No. I mean, the person didn't know me well enough to remember my name. It was just, this is where that
the guy. You were the guy.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. It's just worth a smile, that's all.
How many colors is this going to end up being?
I'm not sure. I know it's expanding. There's stuff. There's going. Remember, the original's a watercolor, just sort of blended and blurry and with natural gradations from the flow of the ink. And we can't do it as a totally. I don't know. To step back a bit, one of the things I first saw here in Japan at the Ricard Art Museum, they had made a woodblock print reproduction of a Cézanne watercolor. It was just something about flowers or a scenery. I forget what it was even. It was like an A4 size Cézanne watercolor. And to do every little, for example, there's a thing here, there's a lighter tone and a darker tone. They had cut enough woodblocks and printed it with enough gradations to take care of the slightly darker, the medium darker, the light darker, in every one of all these patches, as a tour de force. And the exhibition consisted of what we call the Junjozuri, blank paper, first impression, second impression, third impression. It was a long, around the room, into the next room, around the room, through all the showcases. And the very last showcase was the last empty room nothing in it except a showcase at the end with 2 objects in it. The original Cézanne watercolor, which the museum owner had bought, and the woodblock reproduction, with a little card below it with a question mark on, as in which one is which.
Yeah, wow.
And it was a tour de force, and it was a total absolute waste of time. The woodblock medium, they sort of try to show woodblocks can do anything, quote unquote. You can reproduce anything if you're willing to take the time and trouble to do that. To me, it was a pointless exercise.
Gilding the lily.
Whatever, I know.
Yeah.
So to get back to what I'm doing, this is a watercolor. There are darker, lighter, and intermediate shades. I cannot do the 90 blocks for this. So I'm doing a green. I'm going to do 2 lilacs, a light lilac and a darker lilac. And I'm going to use the lighter lilac on part of the green, where I think it needs an intermediate tone. And I'm going to use the darker lilac cut on some of the green where it gets to be a deeper tone. So that will give me, I hope, the effect of multi-layers in the green. The bird himself will come with those 2 layers. There won't be a gradation in the bird, but there will be darker and lighter tones. Then there's the red, which here is in multi-blurry imagery. Mine will be a clean, clear-cut red. But at the small scale we're doing this, I think it will look like flower petals. It won't need to be as blurred as this one is. So where are we at here? 2 lilacs, a green, a brown inside the body here, a black and a red. What's the count there?
6.
And then a background color.
7.
Which is more than I want to do for the gift print. But hey, go for it.
So be it.
And my fear is that it won't look like a delicate watercolor. I'm hoping that it won't look too blocky and chunky. It's all going to depend on those overlays on the green, how I cut the edge of the lilac to match on the green. So I'm doing the green first right now. And then when it comes time to do the lilac, I will print this and print it onto the tracing to do the lilac, so that I can pick up exactly where I wiggled and wiggled and wiggled and wiggled and wiggled. And in the middle of the schedule we've got in the shop, I have to sort of get this done by the 20th, which is obviously sort of not going to happen, but we can sleep or we can...
Is this Harada-san's painting?
Yes, it's the carver. It's the little book, yes. You can show them without collapsing it or something.
I don't want to touch it.
It's a little book of paintings. We saw these a few weeks ago. Beautiful, beautiful, delicate watercolor paintings. And I've perhaps bitten off more than I can chew for this project, but there's our kingfisher. Please understand, the gift print is not going to look just like what you see here. It's going to be a simplified woodblock version of what you see here. There's green from invisible green up to a medium, up to a darker, up to a darker, up to a deep, and we're not going to have that. We're going to have basically 3 layers of green. So please understand, I shouldn't even show this because it might make people disappointed in the print we're going to make. The woodblock print is going to be a woodblock print version of the painting. And we can see, if you look at Hasui-san's work or whatever, get the original watercolors and compare. And if you see the watercolor first and then see the woodblock print version, you may see it as a failure. They failed to catch all those little nuances, whatever. But if you see the woodblock first and just enjoy it as a woodblock, it's a thing of its own. Interesting. Okay, I think I am cut on this. I don't want to do banging. Time to switch to the next color. Let's get the next zoom out of it.
All right, let's see.
Go to the red.
I aspire to have your wit and humor.
Talking to you?
I don't know. It's
not fair to say.
That's up for debate.
Somebody's being polite. Thank you. I don't know about any of those things. I'm just at this point in life trying to get through it, trying to have fun. Trying to be not trying to be. I am. I guess I'm a basically happy person. So if there's humor or whatever, I'm just a happy person. Thank you.
They're commenting on Shuley. Oh wow, I missed the show and tell. Well, there was no show
Today, you mean? What?
of what she looked like.
Oh, the camera was pointing in the wrong direction,
Yeah.
is it? Ah, I see.
The gift print will be wonderful in its own right. I can't wait. Satori HS says there was lots of good show and tell of the belongings of Harada-san.
Yes, there will be, of course, lots more. I mean, show and tell's an endless thing. No problem. Tonight on auctions too, by the way. Tonight is a busy, busy night on Yahoo auctions. There's some spectacular
Are the coffers full?
I'm okay for money right now because we've been selling so much stuff. So at the moment I've got cash. And again, we've talked about this before. It's a real huge problem for me. January, February will be quieter. I'd love to have a cash, a nest egg in there to cover us through now. But because this is a personal proprietorship, I'm taxed as of what I have in the bank as of December 31st. So the next
So you want to draw that down?
I have to draw it down. If I don't draw it down, they will take half of it.
Yeah, that's what happens to us.
So I have to get rid of it. And
You don't want a
not
bunch of
to do that.
inventory on the shelves, and then it's like you're going to get taxed for that.
No, I don't. No, we don't. No, that doesn't happen here. This is a personal proprietorship.
just
so
the,
my inventory is not taxed.
so just
No, my income is taxed.
Cash. Okay.
It's not the cash. It's my income.
Okay.
So every time we sell a print here, that's my income, and it's offset by the things that I spend money on. I'm going to tap something here if I can find my. Ready? 3, 2, 1. So the problem is that the income, because the sales are high in October, November, December income, with no correspondingly offset expenses, our quote profit looks high, and they will take, at the level it was last year, they will take half of it. So last year in December, we spent over $100,000. I gave half of it to the staff in bonuses because they'd done a really, really good job during the year, and then we paid part of our advance rent. We bought that mulberry fiber, stuff like this. And the way it's going now, I'm going to have the same problem this year. But I want to save it for the quiet time.
Yeah.
January and February. But I can't. There's no income averaging here in Japan for personal proprietors. You can't take a bad year and a good year, take the profit and roll it over towards next year.
Yeah, just as soon as you buy them, buy the stuff, it goes out the door. Or in your case, with the double Oban shipment, you end up keeping it.
So that's okay because at some point when we switch to a company, that becomes actually the capital of our company. The wood blocks that we have and the print collection we have becomes actual invested capital in the company because it won't be a cash investment. The point being, tonight's auctions, there's, in fact, there might be one that's interesting to the Twitch viewers. I showed on a show and tell here the set of 8 prints that Adachi made in the 1970s of Hiroshike's 8 views of Biwa. I have my own set upstairs, which is just to die for. Another set came up. It's about a month ago or so. And I showed it in the show and tell. I compared my prints on this new one, which stacked up very favorably. Before the stream was over, there was in my email box, one of the viewers here said, I want that, and that price was not a factor. So we took our auction price, put a small, our normal margin on top of it, and out it went. And now we have another set coming in tonight's auctions. I'm a bit not sure what to do. The fact that I know people really want this gives me a bit more flexibility in how much I can bid for this.
Right.
It's not a question of bidding and thinking, am I going to be able to sell this? And I know what the previous person was willing to offer, and probably he wasn't unique. So I'll be able to push a bit more aggressively in the auctions tonight. And what some dealer has found, it's a kotohin, what do you call it? A junk shop dealer, like with old furniture and old whatever. And he's found the stuff from somebody who collected basically every Adachi set that was published through the 60s and 70s. And they're all coming on an auction tonight within like 1 minute of each other.
He's just dropping them all?
He's just dropping the whole thing. Bang, set by set by set by set. There's about 12,
what in the hell?
12 sets coming up tonight.
That is crazy.
And there it's like it's desert or it's showers.
I would be spoon feeding that thing. Drop one.
They don't know what it is. They're not trying to maximize their. A seller does want to maximize his returns, but they don't know what it is. These guys. I mean, if he really wanted to get all the money, he would have split this up and fed it up.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm really happy that the sets are there as sets. Mm-hmm. But 10 or 11 sets coming up all at once within a few minutes of each other. So it's people like me are all going to be waiting with our fingers poised over the buttons, and, looking at our bank account.
All right, I got to get back to this. I'm shirking my duties.
And there's a couple of sets there that I haven't seen before. I've heard about them, but do not have them, and I've never seen them. So and it won't be just me, because
Yeah.
and then my daughters said they want to play and they want to talk, so I'll be, whatever. I'm trying to be dealing with them and watching 12 auctions at the same time.
Dad, we came all this way, Dad.
Actually, I'll be talking to her and I'll forget. Oh, shit, those all happened an hour ago.
I've done that before. I've done that before. You'll be sitting there and you're like, okay, tonight at 9:15 there's going to be this auction.
There's a timer and alarm clock I've got already.
And you're sitting on the toilet going, God, there's somewhere I need to be, but I can't remember.
And the
what
downside
the hell
is there's no sniping here, so I can't just set it and forget it.
Mm-hmm.
If it was snipeable, I would just set my timer, set my software bid 5 seconds before. That's the max I want to pay, and then let the chips fall where they may.
John Becker does want to know if you have seen his email.
Email meaning like this year, yesterday, 2 weeks ago. He's coming for a print party. The email about the Skytree. I have seen it, John. The lens rental and stuff. I've seen it. I haven't done anything about it. I'm sorry. That's also not going to happen today, but I did see it. I'm on it. Just give me a little bit of time. Thank you. John shot this view of this shop from the Skytree when he was here last year, and it went really well. He got a view of this shop from up there, but there was a little flaw in the glass, which he couldn't, microscopic flaw. So he had his camera on a tripod, and it turned out that the tiny flaw in the Skytree glass lined up with our sign, so it became blurred, whatever. Hey, he's got other things to do. John, I wasn't really serious about that. You got a busy schedule, other stuff to do. So if it works, that's fine. The idea was that we would time it. He'd go to the Skytree again with a long lens. I'd go up on top of the building with a sign, "Hi, Mom," or "Hi, Twitch stream," or whatever, And he'll call me on the phone, "Okay, are you ready? We'll do this." But he asked if I could maybe arrange for a lens rental or something.
Okay.
Because I think he wants to shoot the pimples on my nose from 6 miles away, whatever it is. Oh, Cameron's here.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, join the party. Join the party.
Good.
You remember this, Cal, right? Did you overlap last week? I can't remember.
Yep.
Okay, good. Cameron, today. 5 parties. 6, 4, 4, 4. 3, I think now. 6, 4, 4, 3.
Oh my goodness.
And Shiba-san's not here.
Yay, hello. Is this your daughter?
Oh, yeah, I can't see her, but yes.
Toothless wants to know, that looks like gum Arabic glue, am I right?
There you are. You could tell as much of the story. It says Arabic gum Arabic, right? Yeah. I think mucilage is the usual word in the West. When we were kids in school, this was called mucilage. It came in that little plastic thing with a top that was at an angle. Remember the rubber top?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And this to me seems and has the same feel exactly as that stuff that we had when I was a kid. So.
And where do you get this at?
Anywhere. Cameron just, in fact,
we just ordered an enormous bottle of it on Amazon.
Oh, really?
Well, Amazon Japan.
Yeah, I ordered some of that rice paste from Amazon Japan, and it's supposed to arrive at my hotel, so we'll see. Fingers crossed.
It's Donkey. It's right there in the Don Quixote store, there in the street.
Really?
Rice paste? Sure. It's not rice paste. It's the stuff we use.
Right, that stuff the stuff that you use is down at Donkey?
It's anywhere. It's in the 7-Eleven.
I've looked all over the place for it. I can't find it.
It's just it's something that every house has in the kitchen drawer. It's just normal household product. It's not wood-block printmaking.
Join you guys? Or?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I should just shut up a bit and carve. You guys, whatever.
Which is the second block? Third?
Yeah, second
phase?
But yeah, second phase. Just get something going.
Come on over, Cameron. You're better at reading that thing than I am. I know they're getting mad at me.
Oh no.
I'm not as diligent at reading it as you are.
I don't always read aloud every time.
Actually, I should pull this out of the way.
I like the way you have that thing mounted through the.
Yeah,
your
our
bench.
son set it up for me, so I
That's
asked
pretty
him to
cool.
do it.
Pete's having the, the base takes up.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't quite see where we are here, guys. Are you?
That looks good.
Yeah.
That looks good.
I think what it is a swap hole. The bench seat opens up. This goes inside the bench seat,
Ah.
so I can get rid of it.
Oh, wow.
I don't need it.
Did you already do this question from John Decker? Has Dave seen
Yes.
an email? Okay,
Yep.
sorry. I'm just scrolling up a little bit because I wasn't sure. where-
We're probably ready for a Command A, Command C too.
Yeah.
I'll definitely come back armed with more Japanese. That's probably been the biggest issue is
Communication.
Is communication. I mean, people have been pretty accommodating.
Yeah.
And, with the apps and everything, you can kind of fumble your way through it, but you just feel bad that, you're putting these poor people out trying to understand what you're saying. I mean, we were at a really nice restaurant last night and you're just like, oh man, I just want to, tell them something, but I don't know what to say.
Don't
So
tell it.
To bring up, did on a couple of things, Cameron. So,
Yeah.
It was the night shift last night was very good, very very busy. Tons of people.
I thought you weren't even going to hold it.
We were trying to close it, and luckily, whatever I was chatting with Cameron Stream about it already.
Yeah.
As soon as the last person's gone, I'll close the shutter, get ready for my daughter.
Yeah.
And 2 people are here. The next 2 people come in before the first 2 people leave. But it was like the customers chained, with each other.
Yeah.
And a bunch of 5 ladies came in from the Netherlands. We had good fun. They're coming back today.
Oh, fun.
And anyway, long story short, while we were here, a young couple from Switzerland came in. And they really enjoyed browsing. We did a quick demo for them in the back room, whatever.
Yeah.
They very much enjoyed the Hashiguchi Goyo print that's on display.
Yeah.
And they looked at the other ones in the folder, including the large one. And it's on its way to Switzerland.
Wow.
We have to pack it so they can take it. So.
Wow. Glad they liked us so much. That one hasn't even been here too long.
No. And as they came in, I almost asked them, look, I'm sorry, please, I'm closed, can you come back? And I hesitated, I just hate doing that to people.
Yeah.
So I didn't.
Wow. John Becker, who's also traveled quite a bit in Japan, but he says the best thing I know in Japanese is "Gomen nasai Nihongo," shrug.
Yeah, I wouldn't sweat the language thing.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody here expects you to speak Japanese.
Yeah.
As a tourist, of course.
Right.
I wouldn't sweat it.
But it's not like, I don't know, traveling around Japan without Japanese ability is, I think, a little bit harder than, say, traveling to Thailand or Cambodia or something without speaking their language, because so many of the people there speak quite good English, so you can just do whatever you want. But here, it takes a little bit more pantomime and...
Also, but the system here is so easy to understand.
Yeah.
You don't need language to understand how to get on the trains and stuff.
But eating it, or get off the beaten path and eating at restaurants that don't have pictures on their menus, certain things. I want to that
Right.
thing that's written vertically on the wall. What is it? I don't know.
You go to TGI Fridays, you might be okay. But,
Yeah.
you know, you go to some of these other places, and it's like, oh boy. I mean, personally, I'll eat anything, but
Yeah.
my wife has allergies and stuff like that, so it's all fun and games until you eat something you shouldn't.
Yeah.
So.
I'm saying, oh, he took a picture of us.
I did. Google Translate is a godsend. I mean, it's not perfect, but at least it gets you in the ballpark.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you might point it at something and it's like completely
Nonsense.
crazy. Yeah. You know, happy. You know, flower pot, and it's like some sort of food.
No pictures. I'm eating a sandwich. I'm in the witness protection program. I don't think he can see you.
I would say the one thing that has been really, really helpful is just the Google Maps, being able to, I mean, I couldn't imagine navigating without.
So you're talking about always on Wi-Fi, so you've got a router or something that you rent
Yeah,
at
we
the
got a
airport, you know.
pocket Wi-Fi. Originally, we were just going to get one, and then I was like, well, if we get split up, you know, we're kind of.
Never find each other again.
Exactly.
Because we found that a big change. When we opened the shop here upstairs 4 years ago, just exactly 4 years ago, we had to sign up, free Wi-Fi, blah, blah, blah. And lots of people came in, my God, can I use the Wi-Fi? Can I charge my phone? Whatever, you know. And now nobody asks us. I can't remember the last time anybody's asked to use the Wi-Fi. Because everybody is carrying their own. So.
Yeah, you know, the Google Maps gets you pretty much where you want to go.
Yeah.
I mean, the train system here is absolutely unreal. You know, if you can just get into the train station, you don't even need anything to really, you know, tell you.
And
where
are you
need
using a
to go.
Suica card for paying? You've got a Suica card, touch card.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, you don't have to worry about the fares. Look up on the fare chart. Just forget it.
Yeah.
Touch and go.
I mean, I can imagine what it was like when you came, you know, 40 years ago or whatever. It would
Yeah,
have,
you come
it
to the
would have
station,
been.
you look up the chart, try and figure out the map where you want to go, how much it costs to get there, get some money in the machine, take it to the guy who punched your ticket. And those scenes, rush hour Shinjuku Station, with every one of 15 million customers coming through in the pace of 90 minutes, and everyone has to get their ticket punched. They were just insane scenes, you know. I can't believe human beings did that.
I just had these hand punchers, and I'd punch every single person's ticket.
I mean, they had to have had carpal tunnel, and, you know, trigger finger, and whatever other kind of hand maladies arise from being a ticket puncher.
Yeah. Others said, I used paper maps on my first visit to Japan in 99, 2005. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when we went to, I mean, when my wife and I used to travel back when we were in college and right when we got married back in 1999, you know, we went to Italy and it was paper maps, you know, I mean, it was paper maps for everything.
Guidebook, huh?
And you just have this, you know, you would kind of be confined to what you had maps for because you didn't want to venture outside that too far.
I'm off the edge of the world.
Right, exactly. But you know, but now it's you don't even think twice. It's like, oh yeah, we can fumble our way through this.
Sometimes it's fun to get lost.
When we were in Kyoto, I rented one of those electric assisted bikes.
Oh, fun.
Oh my God, man, that was awesome. You'd be at a dead stop and you'd start to pedal. Boom! You were like gone. It was like, wow.
It just takes off.
Yeah.
Kyoto's flat. You don't really need that in Kyoto, right?
No, but I was in
Hills there.
a hurry. I was going someplace about an hour and a half away
Bye-bye.
by bike. I was riding along the river there, but yeah, it is. It's dead flat. It's like, you know, it's like being in the Netherlands.
Did my daughter take off there? Did you see what they did? Have they
Yeah,
gone?
the stroller's gone, so.
Road trip.
Yeah.
So is this one of the reclaim blocks?
Yes, this is the first one now in actual production. So the first batch is ready, and 3 of them went to Johnstown. They're going to go into the Sushi Cats project. And it's nice. We talked about it the other day when I started carving this. The wood is carvable, it's clean, it's a little bit dried out, which is not a surprise considering it's as old as I am. I mean, as a block, it's as old as I am. As a tree, it's really old. So I'm not sure. We need to figure out some way to try and give it a bit more. Moisture's the wrong word. A bit more, I don't know, whatever's in there, or
Body or whatever. Yeah.
And people were making different suggestions on the street the other day. And we've got a collection of different ideas we'll try. Rubbing linseed oil into it, or I don't know. We'll try a bunch of different things. Experimentation will have to wait right now. We just got to get it print out the door. That's what these boxes are. They're more wood waiting to be planed.
Wood waiting to be planed.
Well, I think this will be a popular little print.
I don't know. No, I'm not 100% confident of it. The last year's owl, as soon as I saw the design, in a picture, I thought, that's it. This is going to be dynamite. I knew it. This one, I'm not quite so sure about. And printing is going to be finicky. So I imagine come a few weeks from now, we'll be seeing quite a lot of printing of this. This will be the new meme,
Yeah.
As David sits there upstairs every day.
Yeah.
So everybody else is busy. Sugasan is booked. HN's booked. They're all busy, And they're not fast enough, At least I can blow through these things.
Question for Cal. Did anything surprise or really stick out for you while watching the printers upstairs? Because you spent a little while up there.
Yeah, I did. I spent quite a bit of time up there. I would say, I was up there mainly to get sort of, I was surprised at how dry the paper was relative to what I was doing. Looking at it now, my paper was entirely too wet. I was doing it all wrong.
Soggy.
Yeah, it's soggy, and I mean that was the one huge thing that stuck out at me. I think the other thing that I found, especially watching Suga-san, is just you really have to say, I'm dedicating this time.
The pace of the work.
Printing, and you just have to hit that groove.
Yes.
And if you're stopping and starting, and your block is drying out, and every time you do that, you've got to reset, and it throws everything off.
I mean, I've been hammering this point for years. You can't stop. If
you really,
it becomes print number 1.
Yeah. Exactly. It becomes print number 1. You're just starting it. You're starting the whole process all over again. So if you're going to print,
turn off the phone.
Etch that time out say, hey.
It's not that, because most of the people who are going to try this they've got their little workroom, the phone is turned off. The point being that the people who are trying it as beginners, and this includes me 40 years ago, you've got your stuff ready, you try printing, you pick up the first one, you look at it,
you're farting around.
What am I doing? More water, and you spend 10 seconds, 30 seconds, 2 minutes thinking about it, and now that's it, you've reset everything. So the next one you try, even if it's different, you've reset it again.
Like you sit there and you go, oh, this is a good one, and you're sitting there and you're patting yourself on the back. Meanwhile, the block is drying out and you've completely broken your rhythm, and then you go to do the next one and you come back to earth because it doesn't look anything like the one that you were just admiring. So you just have to bang, 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 and go through it. And then if you want to admire the stuff, admire it, you know, when you've run through that.
And people that are worried about, I can't afford that much paper and stuff, you don't need the good Japanese paper to do that experiment of trying to go. Just normal copy paper, anything.
Yeah.
Just to try and pull impressions at a steady pace. And just throw them over your shoulder. Just throw them straight in the garbage can. It doesn't matter, whatever. Just pull it, print it, next one. Hi, do it, pull it, print it, next one. Throw it straight in the garbage can. It doesn't matter. What's important is the act of doing it. Doing 1, 2, 3. Then number 10, you've pulled up the stack. Keep that one, have a look at it, and it might have a chance of being a decent print because you have made 10 prints in 10 minutes. Go.
Yeah.
I can't emphasize that enough. Just don't stop.
Well, I think it was interesting. I don't know when you said it. It was probably a few months ago. But somebody had referred to you as an artist, and you said, "Well, I'm more of an engineer." And I think that's probably a pretty good description of it because you're constantly evaluating. Okay, well, why did this do this, and why did that do that? And if I do this, this is what happens. And if I do that,
of course, exactly.
this will change it. And it has nothing to do with art. It's It's sort of a mechanical thing.
Yeah.
So again, this is the printing business. We are engineers, absolutely. That's not what Jed does, but that's what we do with Jed's designs.
And that's another thing that people just can't wrap their head around is the fact that this person is whose name is on the print, you know. Oh, they didn't design, carve, and print this thing?
No,
it's like, no, man.
A bunch of different people.
Yeah. You had a person, they carved. That's all they did. They carved and they just tried their best to you know, serve that function. But the printing has been the most difficult thing for me to.
Because of the time, the carving, you can stop and start and stop and start. Cut any shape you want. You can make a nail and make holes in the wood. Doesn't matter. Doesn't make any difference. But the printing allows of no fooling around.
Well, you know, you can carve a little bit and say, gee, you know what? My eyes are getting tired, or you know, I'm getting a little sloppy. I'm gonna take a break and whatever, and you can go at your own pace. This is
why you see me carve on these streams. You don't see me print on these streams almost never. You know, when it comes time to print it, I'll be upstairs trying it. But during the year, you never see me carving here because it's too difficult to do a printing stream. I got in trouble last week. I tried to print some of those share certificates. I think there was 30 papers in the batch. I must have spoiled at least 10 of them through just goofing around with the stream. You know. Oh, that reminds me of cameras today. I've got them here. Please
Okay, we've got them.
Good. It'll be over to you for the inkjet part.
Okay.
I forgot yesterday. I told you about it, but I forgot to give them to you. So. What's your schedule today? The billing stuff was the other day, 15th, right? So what's on your desk today?
Still following up with lots of lost people.
I saw those going through yesterday.
Yeah, quite a few came back, so that's looking good. For subscribers, our emails get caught by spam filters, so I kind of follow up again, like, hey, did this one get stuck? You want to say? So a bunch of that. Printing. Let me know which ones are safe for the first couple of rounds. Yeah. Testing. You have time. You have time. Yeah, you do. Can you help me pack the box to send to the bookbinder? Because we have all the materials now for binding the Solitude series. Okay. And I want to know the best way to pack things.
That was already gone. So. No. I don't know what to say today. Looking at the physical schedule.
5 parties.
we've never had a schedule this full, so.
Okay.
And based on what's happened the last couple of days with people walking in,
Yeah, probably not.
I anticipate this is going to be one of the busiest days of my life.
Okay.
That's just what's happening day
Yes.
by day, without exaggerating. And last night we had to beat him off.
Yeah.
We had to beat him off last night.
Okay.
And Shiba-san's not here. So. What time was the email I sent you last night, you know? 'Cause that was when I crashed. That was when I finally got down.
And let's see. That would be 3:27 a.m. It's a long day.
Tokyo time.
Well,
Oh yeah, did Dave say how the microwave parties went?
Yes, and we talked about that earlier in the stream today. Good results from the customers. It's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
It doesn't fit into our print party concept as we currently have it scheduled with a 1-hour session for 2,000 yen per person. It's extremely exhausting for the staff, all of us. It's totally non-stop.
Watching
hands-on.
it, yeah.
We normally do that but we can be relaxed ourselves and enjoy the peaceful mood ourselves while doing a good job of teaching people. But with the microwave, that's not possible. For us, it's extremely not stressful in an evil, stressful way, but we can't relax for a second. Vigilance. The people got through it. They were really happy. We did 2 parties, and then I had to call it. Get those blocks off the bench and go back to the other.
get them out of sight.
Yeah.
So we will do it. It's not retired. That was the first
Practice run.
test run in the wild. And we'll do another one, I think, maybe Friday. I'm not sure, looking at the schedule. I'm not sure. And it's going to need adjustments on our part, how to do it. Because it's just, as I said, it's just exhausting. At least it's exhausting the way we're trying to do it, to get people with good results. So if we didn't give a shit, whatever, then it wouldn't matter. But we want nice results. And the gradation. The system I conceived isn't working well.
The what?
The system I conceived for guiding them through gradations with the lines on the block, the A-B line, make your brush line up with A-B.
Didn't work.
A couple of people got it, most of them didn't. And all you need is one person to put the brush down in the wrong place,
Yep.
and now the block is up in a place it shouldn't be.
Sullies it for
Over the
everybody
sink,
else.
Wash the blocks and it spoils it for everybody else.
God,
So that's going to need a rethink. So we'll see. Very mixed results. The people were so happy. They just danced out of here. And the 3 of us just fell on our backs after. Is that our 10 o'clock party waiting outside? It could be. Or we're waiting for the kimono shop to open.
Ah. Makes sense. That place is busy all the time.
Really?
Yesterday, was it 2 days ago? Huge tour group came in. They're just
They booked in advance. It's not a surprise.
It wasn't a surprise tour group, but so many people just piled out into the street too because they couldn't fit in the
They're like
shop.
30, 40 at a time. So
Wow.
the people, they're experts at processing these people.
Yeah.
In next, in next, quick change, go, bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
And my God, it must be profitable business. Everybody buys all the options. And it's a little bit of a sneaky business.
So what is it? What are they doing?
Just renting kimonos,
Oh, yeah.
but lots of extra options, like you were just saying.
Yeah, it says from 2,900 yen to rent a kimono, but nobody gets out of there without paying 10,000.
Right.
you choose this, you choose that, you get up to the change room, and then you've got your clothes. And option A is you put your clothes in a bag and walk around town with your clothes. Option B is have them stored here. It's only 2,000 yen to put them in a storeroom here. So stuff like that. You know, do you want the hairpin? You know, whatever.
Yeah.
They're not evil people. The staff is fine. The staff is good, cool, fun young ladies. They're really nice. We're enjoying the ones that we've got to know. The owner, he's from Kyoto, and he drives up in his
how you feel
Tesla.
about Kyoto.
His Tesla with a chauffeur, and he's young. He's like about your age. I don't think he's even 30 yet.
Wow.
And he's clearly a hustler, a multi-millionaire. He's got He's got 5 businesses here in Osaka. Just helping him. And it's all about the money, maximizing the amount of money you can get from every person that comes through this place. You know.
Probably not sending emails at 3:27 a.m. I'm guessing.
No, whatever. Just it's a different way of life. It's fine. He's happy and I'm happy. And he's providing a wonderful service to the community. I mean, this thing is really popular business. So.
I'll tell you, man, that was a sea of humanity over there at that shrine.
What time of day were you there?
We were there probably at the worst time you could possibly be. I mean, it was like mid-afternoon. Yeah. I was just like, oh my God, man. People, he could move.
It's really nice in the later evening when they light it up at night. In the morning too, because it's quiet.
Have you seen the night lights?
Over at the temple.
See it. Go and see it.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful.
I don't know why it's not more popular then. It's because there aren't any shops. Everything's closed. But
The woman who did it is quite famous. So she's done. There's one on the Eiffel Tower this week. They're illuminating the Eiffel Tower with some famous Japanese paintings, and she did that. It's the same girl, same woman, excuse me, who did the Sensoji Temple. And she's famous among people who know about that stuff.
illumination design, is that?
Whatever.
I'm surprised at how late people stay out here.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, when I was walking down to Shibuya Station this morning, there were some pretty rough-looking people. I mean, they had been out all night. I was just like...
You're talking Westerners or Japanese? Or what?
Japanese, yeah.
Huh.
I don't know. Tokyo is not a nightlife town in the sense that like New York is with Broadway and all that stuff. We don't do that here.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
People are at bars late.
I've been to New York and people stay out.
Well, your comparison is Cleveland, actually, isn't it? It's okay.
Well, yeah. Well, they sure as hell aren't like that in Cleveland, but yeah, it was.
The thing is, other than bar and drinking, there really isn't a whole lot to do in Tokyo in the evenings. I mean, that is Tokyo's nightlife is simply that, drinking sake or whatever. There's not a lot of activities and things to do. There isn't the Broadway type thing that New York has with shows and stuff. Oh no, that doesn't exist here.
Yeah, it's been interesting. I mean, there's you can go down these back alleys and you're not worried about getting jacked by somebody.
Of course.
And it's just been very refreshing in that regard that you're not like, oh man, what's around the corner?
Yeah.
And you can be.
Can I go down this street?
Yeah, you can be in just about any city in America, and you're not going to feel as safe as you do here. I mean, not that I'm worried about anybody like shooting me or anything, although it does happen. When we were in Kyoto, we were snaking through all these areas up toward the mountain, and I'm thinking, man, if this was in the United States, I'd be like, I don't know about going down here. This is not very well lit.
Yeah. John Becker says, even on Broadway, those shows are usually over by 10 or 10:30. So I don't think it's a really late night thing.
No, but what I meant was it's a tourist experience. And when you go as a tourist to New York, one of the things that they do is book a show. You go to see a show. But there are no such things here as shows like that here in Tokyo. And there's like the robot restaurant. I mean, what?
Ohio gozaimasu.
Oh, Ray-chan, is it that time of day? Good morning, Ray-chan. Come and say hello, hello. Your hair's getting long these days. Back to long. Summer's over, is it?
Yeah.
You want to join us? We're just quietly chatting today.
One guy works and 3 people hang around,
Yeah.
hang out. You know, what am I doing with this business? It's supposed to be a
Get to work, Dave. We got to get these
boss
gift
is the guy
prints
that's
out.
supposed to hang out
Yeah.
watching everybody else work. What's going
Better go
on here?
upstairs.
Have you seen the schedule, Etienne, for today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you still decided to
Busy.
come in?
You aren't sick today, huh?
And next week is also really busy.
Not yet, but the reservations are coming in, you know.
Yeah.
And Shiba-san's not here this morning. She's going to try and make it in the afternoon. So.
But Koizumi-san wasn't this afternoon.
Because I don't know, there's been so many changes in the schedule, I don't know who's in. So it's you and Audrey this morning, right? Is that the idea? Then this afternoon, is it
On
Koizumi-san?
the calendar on the internet, it said Koizumi-san and Audrey-san and me.
Okay, but then on the main calendar, there's a little patch note in handwriting that says Shiba okay.
Shiba, okay.
I think that's next week.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Talking about No and Kabuki plays. Those are really cool. You can go see those. You can go see one act so that you aren't committed to a 5-hour performance.
5 hours?
Sometimes, yes.
Oh my God.
They are long, long plays.
Almost as long as an American baseball game.
That was the first date my wife and I ever went on, was a baseball game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do extra innings.
Well, no, actually, this was back when the Indians were really bad. And so Toronto was up by like 10 by the 4th inning, and we just said,
Mercy
"All right,
rule cancel
we're
the
out of
game."
here. We're out of here.
And then as soon as you left, they won. No.
Well, there was a game back in the 90s where they came back. They were down 8 runs in the 9th inning, and they came back. And
It's so rare he remembers it 3
Yeah.
decades later, yeah.
well, my wife was babysitting for these people. They were at the game,
Yeah.
and they left early. And we were like, "Hey, did you see the ending of the game?" And he was like, "What do you mean?" It was, "They came back. Are you kidding me?"
Oh, that's funny.
But isn't that part of the attraction of baseball? Going through endless boredom. It's for the
And then,
moments of
right. Mm-hmm.
It's like how they describe
Fits
a
of-
pilot's life or something.
Yes.
99% boredom and 1 minute of terror or whatever, something like this.
Yeah, it's not her favorite. It's not her favorite activity, but thankfully she didn't shut things down after her first date.
Yeah. No, Ken, I was referring to how long baseball games can get. Making trouble. Some kabuki plays went on for days on purpose. Yes. We don't watch them too long.
So, do you generally use the same knife, Dave, or do you have other knives that have steeper?
Take a look.
No, this is it. I sharpen it differently depending on what
you're gonna be
job's
carving.
in hand. Yeah. I should, if I were really a full-time carver doing this all day, every day, I should keep 2 or 3 of them on hand at different angles. But
When you were a carver all day, every day, did you?
I would have had a couple. I kept one for straight lines and one for average work. And it all depends too, the kind of work you're doing. If it involves lots of tiny small circles all the time, then you really need a blade that has a real sharp point.
Got it.
But in general, whatever the work I'm doing right now, if you've got a really sharp blade, just keep breaking. I'm doing
Yeah.
quite rough work here. This is imitation of painting, you know.
Right.
So if it's smooth, sweep lines.
Yeah.
So again, you keep your tools ready for the jobs that are at hand. And if I had a sharper, a knife, if it was more acute angle here, I'd just be breaking it every 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone to any Japanese baseball games?
No, I
No?
don't really know much about baseball.
No Japanese baseball game. Is it still going on, the season?
No,
It's postseason.
over now.
Postseason.
Postseason stuff. I don't know. I don't follow it. I've only been to one time,
postseason.
but it was a blast.
So it's the postseason.
But asking an HM about baseball is the wrong question. She spent 3 years at school in Britain,
Right.
so it's cricket or whatever that you should be
Yeah,
asking.
I went to cricket games a few
Yeah.
times, but not baseball.
How long do those last?
Pardon?
How long do the cricket matches, games last?
I don't
Days.
really remember.
Days.
No, that's it. They are scheduled as days. That's it.
Super long.
I didn't know about the rule that when you have to hand out the number 6 or 4 when somebody hits the ball, and you have to judge for them or something like that, and then they hand you those paper written 6 and 4, and I wasn't sure what to do with it.
I don't understand the rules of that game.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
All I know is from a Bollywood movie I watched once called Lagan, in which a small village challenges the British government to a cricket match to lower their taxes. It's like a 4-hour movie, but it's really fun.
Oh, wow. It's really long.
Yeah. Almost as long as a real cricket match.
Can you watch my time for me, guys? Because
Yep,
when it's near
9:15.
9:30, I've got to get out of here because I've got to get the paper and stuff ready for the
Did you ever go to an English football match?
meeting soccer.
Mm.
Yeah.
Soccer.
No.
Never. Rugby, yeah.
Rugby and cricket. Interesting.
Because it was like school activity that I had to go on the weekends. It was mandatory,
Huh.
so
Mandatory sports.
When you speak about rugby there, Cameron, I know it's going to affect us now. We've already started to get reservations for next October.
Right.
So I show you some of those. We have reservations now for October 2019.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Because of the rugby
Now that's some
world.
planning right
It's because it
there.
would almost last. In fact, I remember the dates. October 9th, a couple of weeks ago, a reservation came into my box for on October the 6th, a reservation from a travel company. And I wrote back to her and said, you've got something wrong in your system. It's 3 days ago. And she said, Dave, look at the year. It was 2019. So I said, what? She said, get on it. It's the rugby. The Rugby World Cup is here in Japan. So this is why people are booking their stuff, their hotel rooms, their print parties, everything.
Yeah.
a year in
Okay.
advance, so.
Make rugby prints.
Audrey Sunday
There you
morning.
go.
Thanks. And she was serious. I mean, that's their business, the travel business.
Wow, so you'll have the rugby next year, you'll have the Olympics the following year. Dave, you might not sleep in 2020, summer of
I'll be
2020.
sleeping 6 foot under.
So what's the best way to get to Haneda Airport from Shibuya Station?
Probably Yamanote line to, I always forget which one it is.
Shinagawa.
Shinagawa.
Oh,
Or
Shinbashi. Shinagawa. Ralph, don't confuse me.
Shinagawa.
Don't confuse me.
that. I didn't say anything to confuse you. And then there's a monorail that takes you straight to the airport.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, those taxis are oppressive, man.
Well, the monorail starts from Hamamatsu.
Oh, okay.
If it's a monorail you're taking, that's Hamamatsu.
I don't know my way
It's a
around.
KQ line, that's Shinagawa. So either way.
I always came from the other side, so I did.
From here in Asakusa, there's a direct train to either airport. Both airports now are direct from Asakusa.
They'll dig you back out and put you in the party room.
They're moving around like a marionette.
I want to sleep. I want to sleep. I want to sleep.
You're not allowed.
Oh, man. So when,
Oh, she put in the ceiling fan by mistake.
so So when your family came in the evening, did they end up spending some time down here so that
Well,
you
it
could
was
like, chat with you?
absolutely bizarre. The flight landed at 3:15 or something, so I was expecting him anywhere around like 5 o'clock or something. He didn't show.
Right.
Turned up later, whatever. They were working with a baby. They can't find elevators, all that stuff and stuff.
Yeah.
So they weren't. But anyway, I said that Swiss couple who bought
Right.
that large print. We've been chatting with the couple, looking at this and looking at that, and I was sitting here.
Yeah.
The Swiss couple's over there looking at the print there. And my daughter comes in, and it all happened together. Hu-chan came in, the couple said, okay, we'll take it.
Yeah.
So the single most expensive print that we've ever sold here, at the same moment that my daughter pushes the stroller in the door, and I'm like, now what do I do? So,
in between
and
the
whatever,
two.
and they're both looking at me like, I'm supposed to react to them, and I'm
yeah.
supposed to react to them, but my brain just sort of froze for a minute. So, that was funny. It was fun yesterday, so much fun.
That's great.
That group of women from the Netherlands is coming back, and oh my God, I got to head out the door as soon as I get here because they just non-stop action. It's a group of women around my age or so, whatever. They're on holiday by themselves, and
Yeah.
they're just having so much fun with doing.
Are you familiar with this app? Someone asked. Hyperdia?
No.
Dia? I don't know how to say it. But
Hyperdia?
that's how I'd say it, but then I saw it written in katakana. It's like hypadia or something like that. I was like, what? Okay.
That is scheduled.
Yeah. And so it's connects all of the train schedules. So if you want to, or what station are you going to?
Well, Google doesn't.
We'll
do
be
it.
going from Shibuya.
Oh, no. What does this do, Cameron? Said Google doesn't, because Google has all the trains, buses, everything inside it.
That's true. This one's been handy. It's used it. Sometimes Google doesn't offer all the options, or you can set waypoints. Like I actually need to go pick up someone at this station or something. It just has extra.
So it's a travel assistant.
Yeah.
And this is a Japanese app, or
Yeah, this one's in English, but you can change it. They've got Japanese, English, and Chinese, I think,
and this is for Tokyo or for
for the entire country. It's great. I've used it all over the place. So you just set a time, the date. So let's say you're leaving right now. You can choose. Oh, do you know which airport building you need?
Okay.
And if you have Android, it's free, but on iOS, it's $5. I don't know why they.
Really? Interesting. Well,
Weird.
I have Android, so
Okay, cool. Yeah.
that's really neat.
That's it.
I'm gonna-
Hamamatsu to the monorail is. I'd recommend if you were doing it right now. But
That is really cool. I'll definitely. do
outlines
that.
it all to the minute.
They
Tells you how long it is to walk. Sometimes they have stations on 2 different lines. They're like 5-minute walk. And
Yeah.
Okay, it'll take you 5 minutes. to
Kino
walk to that
no
other
cash
one.
minus
It's
5000
really
ユーロ
handy.
してください。
And it tells you how much it'll cost too.
昨日のアウト。
$6.90.
それ5000円札一つ
Well, thank you.
できた。
Yeah. It's a great.
Hyperdia.
Hyper.
Thank you, John.
Yeah.
Or however you say it.
Yeah. I don't know. But it's handy. They're asking how much was that print the Swedish couple bought. I actually don't know what it was.
120,000 yen. Not Swedish, Swiss.
Swiss.
120,000.
And actually, it's such a bargain. My God, it's a bargain.
Yeah.
Your daughter came through the door and there was an odor of money coming from the other side of the shop.
No, actually, no, nothing like that at all. They had just fallen in love with the print. And
That is
I can't
crazy.
say money was no object. I don't know their background situation, but it wasn't a
Yeah.
major factor, you know. Just a really, and it is. It's a spectacular. I was so lucky to get it. I have one of those myself in my own collection. I never really expected to get one for myself. And then some months later, another one came up, so we had one in the shop. So.
Well, I hope you hit gold on the goodies tonight.
So it's somebody, Cameron-san, somebody has got a whole bunch of Adachi volumes from the 1970s, and they've dumped them all on Yahoo, all within a
same
few
time.
minutes of each other.
Of course.
And there's the Omi Hake, the 8 views of
Oh,
Omi
right,
series. I haven't studied them yet. I see the pictures. They're full of mold or something. I don't know. So I'm going to have to get to it tonight. Well, luckily, we're okay for money right now. So,
Yeah.
so. I think I'll do the dispatch and we're out of here, right? That's about
Yeah, about 5 minutes until 9:30. So.
Then what's the schedule going to be next few days? I know as much as possible, I think I would like to be doing here the same thing. I've got to get this gift print out of the way. And if I can do a good hour's carving or so each day, that will really, really, really help me do that. So I believe the streams the next few days will be just exactly what you've seen here, at least my part of it. Cal won't be here, of course. And my daughter, I think one of these mornings, she's going to drop in.
Oh, cool.
She's not a printmaker, but you guys can feed her questions about her dad or whatever. See how she can counteract all the lies that I've been telling over the years. Whatever. She's a fun kid.
Debunking the myths.
She's a good fun kid, you know. She's very nice. I like her a lot. I don't get much chance to chat with her, so maybe she and I will just chat and hang out here with you guys at eavesdrop or something.
You guys can eavesdrop. And then a few days after that, Jed's coming.
Jed's coming. Is it? We looked on the calendar, I couldn't find it. Is he coming in Monday or something? Or do you know the date? Or
I'll check on my email.
okay,
For some reason, I thought it was the 20th.
20th is Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And he's here for what, 2 or 3 days before he heads out sketching?
Yeah.
And then he's back for 2 or 3 days before.
Do you know where he's going to be traveling to?
Not a clue. Not a clue. Just away from the urban environment. I'm a bit nervous about that because this series we're doing next year, Japanese scenery through 12 seasons, through the 12 months. I don't want mountains in every one of them, you know. So if he just we've already got 6 of the designs nailed down, and 3 of them have mountains and stuff. So I don't know. I need more of an urban mix in there. So.
Japan does actually have a lot of mountains, though.
Yes, I know, but I don't want to do a 12 set of mountains.
No.
Anyway, that rolls up.
Okay.
I've got to get to the print party, ready to start this day off.
We will see you all later. Do you want to turn it back to you or just
You
wrap
guys
up
can
here?
sign it off
Okay.
here.
Thanks a lot for joining us today. Turn off that camera. We will see you next time.
Tomorrow, I guess, tomorrow morning.
Yep.